Hey friends, today I want to share something that might completely change how you look at your struggles, your habits, and even your ability to speak English. You see, every person in this world falls into one of two mindsets. It doesn't matter if they are rich or poor, young or old, from a village or a city. What truly decides how far they go in life is this one simple thing: their mindset. And this is not just some motivational idea. It's backed by decades of research by Dr. Carol Dweck, a world-famous psychologist and author of the book, Mindset. Her research has been used by CEOs, Olympic athletes, teachers, and even entire school systems to unlock human potential. But today, I want to talk about how this mindset is the missing link in your English learning journey, and maybe even in your life. So let's start here. What exactly is a mindset? According to Dr. Dweck, a mindset is simply the belief you hold about your ability to grow. And depending on that belief, you either have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. And the difference between the two is everything. A person with a fixed mindset believes that intelligence is fixed, that talent is fixed, that if you're not good at something, you'll never be good at it. They say things like, "I'm not a language person," or "I can't learn English, my memory is bad," or "I'm too old for this now." They believe ability is something you're born with, and if you're not born with it, then too bad. On the other side is the growth mindset. This person believes that with effort, consistency, and the right strategy, you can grow. That your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. A person with a growth mindset doesn't say, "I can't speak English." They say, "I can't speak it fluently yet, but I'm learning." They don't quit when they fail. They see failure as feedback. Now ask yourself, when it comes to English or your goals, which mindset do you usually operate from? If you feel like you've been stuck for months trying different English apps or YouTube channels, but still not improving, it's probably not your intelligence that's the problem. It's the mindset you're using. Let me give you an example. Imagine two people, Ravi and Meena. Ravi says, "I'm bad at speaking English. I've tried before. It's just not for me." He avoids speaking. He skips practice. And every time he makes a mistake, he says, "See, I knew it. I can't do this." He stays stuck. Meena, on the other hand, says, "English feels hard right now, but every time I practice, I'm learning something new." She watches one video every day. She repeats sentences out loud. She writes in a journal. She still makes mistakes, but she treats them like stepping stones. 1 year later, Meena is speaking English fluently in her job. Ravi is still where he was, frustrated and silent. The difference? Mindset. And that's why I want you to understand this first core truth from the book. Your brain can grow. Science has proven this through something called neuroplasticity, the ability of the brain to rewire itself based on how you use it. If you read one sentence in English every day, your brain starts recognizing English structures. If you speak one line out loud daily, your brain creates faster pathways for speaking. If you keep doing this for months, you literally change the way your brain functions. But a fixed mindset never lets you even start. It whispers, "You're too slow," or "You'll embarrass yourself." And if you believe that voice, you stop before you even begin. That's the trap. And I want you to break it today. You see, one of the most dangerous things in learning anything, especially a language like English, is the fear of looking stupid. And this fear comes from the fixed mindset. It says, if I make a mistake, it means I'm dumb. But the growth mindset says, if I make a mistake, it means I'm learning. So I want to ask you right now, are you ready to adopt a new mindset? Not just in English, but in life. Are you ready to believe that you can improve, that you can grow, that you can change, one sentence at a time? Because here's the good news. Your mindset is a choice. It's not something you're born with. You can wake up today and say, from this day forward, I choose the growth mindset. I will learn from failure. I will speak even if I make mistakes. I will improve step by step. And once you make that decision, everything begins to shift. You don't fear failure anymore. You don't compare yourself to others. You focus on progress, not perfection. In the next part, I'll share real-life examples of how this mindset has helped people grow, not just in school or business, but in learning English, overcoming doubt, and becoming confident communicators. You'll also learn the hidden habits that keep you stuck, and how to replace them with powerful, small changes that work. We'll go deeper into the beliefs that silently stop you, and how to break them. So stick with me, because your growth is already beginning. Part 2. Breaking the Chains. How your beliefs secretly control your progress. Welcome back, my friend. In Part 1, we uncovered something powerful. Your ability to grow and succeed in life, and in English, depends not on how smart you are, but on what you believe about your ability to improve. That belief, your mindset, shapes your actions, your confidence, your habits, and your future. Now let's go deeper. Because here's what Dr. Carol Dweck discovered. Your mindset doesn't just affect your motivation, it affects how you handle failure, how you see effort, and even how you receive feedback. Let's start with failure. Most people with a fixed mindset fear failure like it's a disease. They avoid tough situations where they might mess up. If they forget an English word during conversation, they freeze and never try again. If someone laughs at their pronunciation, they go silent. Why? Because their mind says, you failed, so you're not good enough. But a growth mindset sees failure differently. Failure is not the end. It's the beginning. It's not proof that you're not smart. It's proof that you're trying something new. That's how learning works. No child learns to walk without falling hundreds of times. No one speaks a new language without saying a few funny or wrong sentences. Mistakes are not embarrassing. They're your teacher. Let me share a story. There was a woman named Anjali who wanted to apply for an international job. She had all the skills, but she lacked confidence in her spoken English. During one practice interview, she said the sentence, "I working in finance company since 5 years." Her grammar was off. She was nervous. The interviewer corrected her, and she felt crushed. She almost gave up. But that night, she came across the idea of a growth mindset. And instead of quitting, she said to herself, "Okay, I said it wrong, but now I know what to fix." She practiced that sentence again and again. "I have been working in a finance company for 5 years." She wrote it down. She shadowed it. She practiced in the mirror. One mistake became the seed for 5 improvements. One moment of shame turned into a turning point. Months later, she got the job. That's the power of shifting from "I failed" to "I'm learning." Now let's talk about effort. People with a fixed mindset believe effort is a sign of weakness. They think, if I were really smart, I wouldn't have to try so hard. So they give up easily when things get hard. But a growth mindset sees effort as the path to mastery. When you feel tired after practicing English, or when your head hurts from trying to understand a podcast, that's not failure. That's your brain growing. That's the muscle working. Don't avoid effort. Respect it. Effort is what turns "I don't know" into "I just said that." Let me ask you, do you ever feel like speaking English is too hard for you? That maybe it's easier for others, but not for you? That's not truth. That's the fixed mindset speaking. It whispers lies to protect you from discomfort. But growth only happens through discomfort. That one uncomfortable conversation in English can teach you more than 10 grammar lessons. Here's another dangerous belief the fixed mindset holds. If I'm not good at something immediately, I'll never be good at it. But think about any skill: driving, swimming, even cooking. Were you perfect from day one? No. So why expect perfection in English from the first few weeks? Dr. Dweck talks about the power of the word "yet." If you say, "I'm not fluent," stop. Add the word "yet." Now it becomes, "I'm not fluent yet." That one word changes everything. It gives you room to grow. It keeps your mind open. And this isn't just theory. Science shows that students who believe their brain can grow, who adopt a growth mindset, actually perform better in school. Their memory improves, their attention sharpens, and when they struggle, they don't quit. They try harder. The same is true for language learners. If you believe your English can grow, it will. Now let's talk about feedback. A person with a fixed mindset often takes feedback personally. If someone corrects their grammar, they feel insulted. They feel like it's an attack. But feedback is not an insult. It's a gift. When someone tells you, "You said it wrong," say, "Thank you." Now you know how to say it right. There was a man named Rohit who used to avoid speaking English because he hated being corrected. He felt like every correction was a judgment. But one day his friend said, "I'm not correcting you to embarrass you. I'm correcting you because I see your potential." And from that moment on, Rohit started seeing feedback as fuel, not fire. He listened. He learned. And his fluency took off. And let's not forget the power of self-feedback. Record your voice once a week. Listen to yourself. Notice where you're improving, where you need more work. This habit alone can grow your confidence faster than anything else. But here's the thing, my friend. Your mindset is not just one thought. It's a collection of tiny beliefs you practice every day. Every time you say, "This is too hard," you reinforce the fixed mindset. Every time you say, "This is a challenge, but I'll grow from it," you strengthen the growth mindset. So if you've been saying things like, "I'll never speak like native speakers," stop. Say instead, "I may not speak like them, but I will speak with clarity and confidence." If you've been thinking, "I can't remember words," say, "I'm training my brain to remember more words, one day at a time." Your words shape your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your results. In the next and final part, we'll take all these ideas and turn them into action. You'll learn how to use the growth mindset daily, not just in English, but in your habits, your confidence, and your future. I'll also give you a 7-day challenge you can follow to start rewiring your brain and speaking English with purpose and power. Let's move forward together. Part 3. Transform your English and life. One belief at a time. Welcome back. You've now understood the most important shift you can make, not in your environment, not in your routine, but in your mindset. You've seen how the growth mindset can turn failure into progress, how it welcomes effort instead of avoiding it, and how it uses feedback as fuel instead of feeling threatened by it. But now comes the most important part, application. Because without action, motivation fades. So the question is, how do you apply the growth mindset to your daily life, especially to your English journey? Let's start with this. Create a learning environment that rewards progress, not perfection. Too often, people avoid speaking English because they want to sound fluent from day one. They think they have to use big words, perfect grammar, and native pronunciation. But that's a fixed mindset trap. So here's what you can do instead. Every day, speak 1 or 2 simple sentences out loud. Don't wait to become fluent to start speaking. Speak to become fluent. For example, say, "I am learning English," or "Today I will read 1 story." Speak it slowly, clearly, with intention. That sentence may feel small, but it's a mindset declaration. It's your way of telling the world, "I am not perfect, but I am improving." Then, write, just 3 to 5 lines a day. Don't aim for grammar perfection. Aim for clarity and consistency. You can write about your day. "I woke up early today. I made tea. I watched an English video." You can also write your goals or emotions. "I feel nervous about speaking English, but I will try. I will not give up." That's growth in action. Next, watch or listen to English with curiosity, not pressure. If you're watching a podcast or reading a book summary, don't panic if you don't understand everything. That's the fixed mindset wanting 100% comprehension before trying. Instead, focus on what you do understand. Even if you only understand 30%, you're building listening muscles. That's a win. Celebrate that. And here's something powerful. Track your mistakes, then learn from them. Every time you make a grammar mistake or mispronounce a word, write it down. Then rewrite it the correct way. Practice it. Say it aloud. You'll never forget it again. Mistakes are not your enemy. They're your best teachers. Now let me give you a 7-day growth mindset challenge. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need to do one small thing consistently every day for the next 7 days. Here's how it works. Day 1. Speak 3 lines in English, even if you're alone. Record it if possible. Day 2. Write 1 short paragraph about your morning routine. Day 3. Watch or listen to a 3 to 5 minute English video. Focus on catching phrases. Day 4. Pick 1 mistake you've made and correct it. Practice the new sentence. Day 5. Talk to yourself in English while doing daily chores. Day 6. Read a short English story or article out loud. Day 7. Reflect on what you've learned. Write, "This week I grew because..." This is not about showing off. This is about showing up for yourself, for your dreams, for your future. You can even share your journey in the comments. Start with Day 1, done. Come back and reply with Day 2, Day 3, and so on. This helps you stay accountable and feel part of a learning family. And here's the real truth. This mindset won't just change your English. It will change your life. When you stop fearing effort, when you stop avoiding feedback, when you stop thinking that your current level defines your final outcome, you become unstoppable. You'll walk into job interviews differently. You'll speak to strangers differently. You'll treat mistakes differently. You'll begin to understand that you are not limited by your past performance. You are only limited by the belief that you can't grow. And once that belief breaks, you are free. So what now? Now you apply. You show up. You don't hide. You speak. You write. You learn. You stumble. You rise. And you repeat. You choose progress over perfection. You choose courage over comfort. You choose the growth mindset again and again until one day you wake up and realize you're not the same person anymore. You've grown. You've evolved. You've become what you always wanted to be. And that's why I say, don't just read about these ideas. Live them. English is just one part of your journey. But if you can train your mindset here, you can apply it to everything. Your career, your relationships, your habits, your dreams. So let's walk together. In the comments below, tell me, which mindset belief are you going to apply this week? Is it, I can't speak yet? Is it, mistakes are my teachers? Is it, effort creates results? I want to hear from you. And if you're still watching this, thank you. Most people don't even make it this far. Your presence means you care. So please, hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment. And remember, I'm not just here to teach you English. I'm here to guide you like a friend, like a brother, like someone who truly believes in your growth. Whatever you're going through, don't go through it alone. Let's grow together. This is your moment. This is your story. And it's just beginning.